Hi girls, this is a really short video on taxation on investments. And yes, you'll need your interest and borrowing booklet. Okay, so let's talk about tax a little bit. A tax is a mandatory, so compulsory levy on individuals and businesses imposed by governments to cover the costs associated with providing government goods and services. Okay, so in other words, governments charge individuals and businesses a percentage of their income to pay for medical care, education, welfare, the Defence Force, national parks, national infrastructure like rail and roads, and all sorts of other things. So how's tax calculated? Well, the Australian Taxation Office, the ATO, enforces a sliding scale of tax rates, which is set by the federal government. So this is a tax chart, but the actual tax charts that are used by the ATO are a lot more complicated. So you can see here from the tax chart that if you earn a small amount of money, then you pay no tax. If you earn a little bit more money, then you pay a little bit more tax. If you earn more, you pay a higher rate. And if you earn the highest amount of money, then you pay the highest proportion of tax. So this means that if you earn more, you pay a higher percentage of your income in tax. And if you earn less, you pay a lower percentage. There's an amount called the tax-free threshold, which is this amount here, under which no one pays any tax. And you might be taking advantage of that when you're working in your part-time jobs because you're probably not earning more than $18,200 and so paying no tax. What we're really talking about in this section is paying tax on an investment account. So all investments, so savings, term deposits, shares, superannuation, anything like that, you must pay tax on that interest that you gain. So we worked out interest previously on savings account and term deposit. You have to pay tax on that amount. Now, the rate of tax that you must pay on the interest depends on your total level of income, and these are the rates that apply. So I might earn $1,000 of interest, but the percentage that I have to pay depends on how much money I earn altogether. Okay, so Zoe has a salary of $45,000 a year. She receives $1,200 interest from an investment account, so it might be a term deposit. We need to work out her total income to find out the tax rate that applies. So $45,000 plus $1,200 gives us $46,200. So looking at the chart, she fits into this tax bracket here, which means that she pays 32.5% tax rate. So we need to find 32.5% of the interest that she gained. So 32.5%. You can enter that as 0.325 on your calculator. And that comes out as $390 tax. So she has to pay $390 out of her interest to the government. Now the next question says, what's her after-tax return? So that means basically what's her profit? How much does she get to keep? So it's $1,200 minus $390. She gets to keep $810. The government gets $390. She gets to keep $810. So let's go through the steps again. We worked out her total income, and the total income told us which percentage was relevant. Then we worked out the tax that she paid using that percentage, and then we worked out the amount of money she got to keep. I want you to have a go at this question and then come back and we'll do the question together. And here are the income tax rates that you'll need. So the total income will be $72,500 plus his interest, which is $1,740, which gives us a total of $74,240. And we look over at the income tax rates and we can see that Derek fits into the 32.5% category. So now we need to work out the tax, the 32.5% on the investment interest. So 32.5% on So we can write that as 0.325, or you could write that as 32.5 over 100. Either will be fine on your calculator, times 1740 equals $565.50. So that's the amount of tax Derek is going to pay on his interest. Now we need to calculate his after-tax return on the investment. So in other words, how much money does he get to keep? So $1,740 minus $565.50 gives us $1,174.50. So he gets that amount as his profit, if you like. The government gets $565.50. He gets $1,174.50. Okay, so I'd like you to do 3E1, question 1 to 6. The solutions follow. If you need help, or you can email or direct message me and I'll give you some help as well.